All right, today I'm going to do a quicker video for you guys and just kind of walk you through the process of fitting a half door. This is the Genright Aluminum Half Doors. These are going on my wife's Mojave Gladiator. I already have these on my JL. Absolutely love them. It's a fantastic door, super high quality, looks legit. So I want to show you what we do before we get this to paint. So there's some body work that needs to be done and some paint that needs to be done. We're not going to do that. We're going to get these prepped and ready and fitted so that when everything's done and painted, we're not messing with a painted door. We've got it already ready to go, and then that way we're not scratching paint and things like that. So we have the driver's side door fitted. Let's walk over there. Let me show you what that looks like. I'll come back and show you what we did to get it to where it's at. So as you can see, we've got the Genright Aluminum Half Door here fitted. Our main goal here was to try and get this body line, this crease line which Genright put in the door to make it look really factory, lined up with that crease that would be in the door. So that everything looks like it fits perfect, fits factory. And in order to do that, what we did was we put the hinges on loosely, and we had them mounted, and then while they were on the door here, then we basically put it in place, had the hinges a little bit loose, and then we moved the door up and down and got it to the perfect position that it needed to be. So it's closing good. We're not making contact with anything. We have good body line match up here with the actual body, the closure of the body, and the seam lined up, and then we tightened everything in place. So now this door is ready to go. One of the other things we did yesterday on the door was we pre-drilled the holes for the mirrors that we're putting on. We're using Bestop's JK mirrors. It's a really nice, clean factory look. Those mirrors, off of the mirror, there's two prongs that come out of it, and they essentially they'll just slot in the door here, and then there's it looks like a cup that goes on the other side here, and that's how the door we'll run the hardware through the cup into the hole in the mirror, and it'll suck the mirror on here. It'll be nice and tight. It'll look really factory, very clean fit, very nice fit and finish. So let's go ahead and walk over to the doors themselves, and I'll show you what we did in preparation to get it onto the vehicle. Genright includes the doors. They include the hinge spacer plates. You can use your factory hinges if you want. I highly recommend getting a set of the 67 Designs hinges. Genright sells those on their website as well. They're super nice, high-end. They look really good. They look great, and they fit really well. I know for a fact I've done this fit on these doors. I have them on mine. They fit fantastic. So you get two different spacer plates. You have a thicker plate and a thinner plate. I'm pretty sure we have these set up right. Thinner plate on the bottom. I'll double check that. I'm sorry, thicker plate on the bottom. One of the cool things about the JL and the JT that Jeep did is they added, they changed the length of the pin that goes into the door here. So on the JK, you had a long one, top and bottom. So when you go to put the door back on, it kind of was hard to line up. Now they've shortened the length of that, so you get that top one lined up perfectly, and then you have space to get that bottom one to drop in perfectly, which is really nice. So what we're going to do here is we're going to throw the hardware into the door here. We're going to loosely tighten it in position here. We're going to bring it over to the passenger side. We're going to put it in play, and as I showed you, we're going to move it back and forth until we get it. You can see how much movement you have, which is fantastic, so that you can get this door any spot you want. You can get it perfectly, and again, we're going to try and get all of our lines, as many of them as close as possible. With every vehicle, there's a little bit of fitment issues just based on your vehicle. So we're going to get everything as close as possible, and then we'll be ready to send these off to paint with the hinges in place, ready to go. And then let me grab something. I put all this stuff away, but after we do all that, we're going to send these to paint. We're going to get some body work done on them, get some paint done on them. As you can see, this process is not super difficult. You can do this in your garage in an afternoon. We're going to wait on putting the handles and everything on until after paint. So once we get these back from paint, we're going to put them on the Jeep, and then we're going to go ahead and put our paddle handle on, which is really nice. And then they have, the brackets that are going to go on the back of the door here, and then we have our striker, or our notch that's going to go into our striker, and it's going to attach to the door. And then we also have a braided line, which is going to go through here into the hook on the door, so the door doesn't swing all the way open. So Genright really gives you everything you need to have the door set up as close to factory as you can. And just like I said, we'll have this done in no time in terms of effort to put it together. It's really not that hard to get everything to line up. So if you have any questions, let me know. If not, thank you for tuning in.